I'm gonna be all the way honest, no judgment. Listen, I'm coming from a different angle with this than what you normally hear, but I gotta be all the way honest. This bothered me.
Embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm hurt. But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Everything.
What would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I tried everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you though.
Wait. And all that came from this dude?
Mental illness. This woman loved you enough to get pregnant, went through the pain of giving birth, had to suffer postpartum depression, and then you don't show up? It's a mental illness. It was fun when it was fun. Now that you have to have responsibilities, now that you have to provide, now that you have to worry about something more than you don't show up. It's a mental illness to look at a woman give birth, to see the pain she goes through and still betray her, still don't want to provide for her or show up. Man, y'all mentally sick ladies, leave them.
So this what bothers me. Stop listening to stuff that feeds your ego and it starves your growth.
Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me out, brother.
What's going on, family? You guys are so amazing. It's your boy, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I want to talk about something that when I saw the video, it really blew my mind. Like, it really messed me up all the way. Now, I'm not coming from an angle where I'm bashing him. I'm not bashing him at all. And I do want to send condolences to what she went through. Because, I mean, she only showed us a portion of what she went through. This is not no gossip. I really want to clear the record straight, make the record straight, because this is the type of content that I produce. Now, I remember I saw a video of his, and he had posted a video. This is when I first learned about him, right? And from this video, I didn't like it. I made an episode, and I did an episode about it, and you guys engaged with it a little bit. But the video that he did was, he said that a man should not be in a relationship unless he has $300,000 in his bank account, in his savings account, right? And I'm all for, I'm being honest with you, I'm all for a man being financially set in a place, right? To be financially strong, because I understand that being in a relationship will cost, right? And I get that point. I understand that. But to say $300,000, that's a little bit out. Some people would never make $300,000 in a year, right? Some people would never do that. Some people, it's going to take them 10 years to make $300,000 on their job. So I don't believe that you have to have this high echelon of money to make, in order to get into a relationship. But it bothers me because a lot of women that I know that follow me, that follow my podcast, they follow this guy and they love his information. It bothers me because you find yourself in a place that's feeding your ego and it's starving your growth. And that bothers me because he's saying things that sounds good, that makes you say, oh yeah, men should be doing this. Men should be doing that. I get that. But who's going to hold you accountable? Right? So, and he's talking the language of, hey, men should carry the whole load. Men should pay all the bills. Men should do this. But I tell people this all the time, and I tell men all the time, stay in your financial lane. Stop veering off in another lane that's not your lane, because you're going to crash. If you go slow, you can go some more. But if you go fast, you might crash. So, meaning, be mindful of, now I would say this is what I tell men all the time, be mindful of the woman that you pick. Because some women were raised, I don't believe in this. Some women were raised, find a man that's going to take care of you. I don't believe that. Because suppose he leaves, are you going to be able to take care of yourself? No, we need to be a partnership. Now, some people don't believe in 50-50. I do. My financial situation, like, listen, yes, can I carry the whole load by myself? Absolutely. But it will be a struggle, period. Now, on the life scale that we can live, are you going to be happy with that? But if we partner together, we can do some amazing things. We can build something better. That's what I tell couples all the time. Work together. Stop working against each other. So when you work against each other, you make the accomplishment even harder to accomplish, period. So I'm gonna tell you this, high standards are good, but delusion is dangerous. Being delusional is dangerous. Now, I'm gonna say this. You work in the confines of the type of person that you want to date, right? It bothers me when men say women shouldn't wear this, right? I do have a major issue with that. She will wear what she wants to wear based upon who she is. I have no problem with that. But if you know that you're not attracted to that, stop showing attention to that. That's what that really bothers me about men. Men will show attention to a certain type of woman and thinking that I get her and I'll change her. No, if a woman can't change you, you can't change a woman. That does bother me. So high standards are good. I'm talking to women now. High standards are good, but delusion is dangerous. I got one more point that I really want to bring home. Stop confusing performance with character. Stop confusing performance with character. Now, this is what I tell people all the time. Listen to this. Listen to me clearly. How a person displays themselves because I'm gonna tell you this, I didn't see this coming from this guy. I didn't see it. I didn't like his advice because I felt like it was lopsided. It was like one-sided. Like, women, you need to choose a man that can take care of you and let you live like this, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of his advice was kind of based out of good stuff, but it blossomed into something that degraded men that didn't live at a certain level, right? So stop confusing performance with character. Now, the reason I say that is because you see people on social media, not just him, but you see people on social media and you're like, oh man, they living good. So you start liking the posts. They start saying some things that tickles your ears and you start liking the post, you start following, you start sharing, but somebody that's speaking truth, you don't share. Okay, cool in the gang. We know that's to be true. But we see on social media what we think a person is like, and we just automatically gravitate to that thing, what we think. I need us to think, ladies, think about this thing. Every man that you meet won't be a guy that can give you $300,000. Every man that you meet, and I would say this, and I'm done. You can meet somebody that cannot meet financial status that he talks about, but this might be the perfect person for you, and you guys can build something together. I'm done for this rant. I'm done. I don't want to rant, but I just wanted to set the record straight. Ladies, stop listening to stuff that feeds your ego and starves your growth. I want us to really be, because the truth of the matter is, people gravitate to pettiness, or people gravitate to things that speak to your emotions. People gravitate to things or cliches that make you feel good on the inside and belittle somebody else that's pissing you off. That's a fact. Listen, family, men and women, let's be wise about the advice that we digest, right? Because, I mean, it's just, stop confusing performance with character. This is a big one. Relationships are built, not just demanded. Relationships are built. If you want to be in a relationship with somebody that's a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this, I'm done for real talk. I believe, and I'm still talking about relationships are built, not just demanded. I believe what happened in that situation was that he makes a lot of money. He has a product that he sells. I learned he sells to the NBA. It's some really good product, natural product, right? And it makes him millions. So a lot of people, women in particular, if they're not entrepreneurs or grinders like you are, they won't understand what it takes for you to build, or what it took for you to build what you built or keep on producing, because it requires a lot. As an entrepreneur for the last 9 years, right? We have some highs, we have some lows. There's some times where we balling like Jim Jones. There's other times where we're like, we good times, right? Barely making it, trying to scratch to survive, keeping our head above water, right? That's the life of an entrepreneur, right? Now, I think what happened was that she really didn't understand, and I'm just talking because I've seen this happen before. I'm not saying their situation was like this, but what I'm gathering is that she couldn't really speak to that hustle that he had, right? She couldn't really speak. He got frustrated. So since he got frustrated, why? Because she got something that she did not have to work for, that possibly she took for granted. And the advice that he gave, right, that he gave online, he did not apply to his own life. Because in relationships, I tell people this all the time, you got to be understanding, right? They say opposites attract. You may be a go-getter, she may not be. She may be the go-getter, you may not be a go-getter. But in a relationship, in order for that thing to work effectively, we have to be understanding. And when the understanding is erased, somebody's going to get frustrated to the point that things may end up like this. Ladies, I don't want you ending up like this. So stop going for the guy that he talks about that you think, oh, my life is going to be much better. Your life may be better when you're with a guy that's barely making it. You can build an empire together. And I get it. You don't want to build nothing. You want to walk into something. Okay, great. You want to walk into something that's already established. Okay, cool, in the gang. But guess what? There's some stuff that comes along with that, walking into something that's already put together.
Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me out, brother.